Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? All right, y'all, so we're gonna do a weekly recap page, and I'm actually walk y'all through part of my weekly recap because this has definitely been an interesting week. How is everybody doing? As you come in, make sure you drop one of your wins for this week. Let's celebrate each other. You have some type of win that has occurred this week, so make sure you drop that in the comments. I don't know how I changed. Hey, Tarshell. Somehow I changed the settings on my computer. I use it like a darker screen. All right. So, yeah, we are going to do a weekly recap page. I already have this marked off. And we are going to talk about weekly recaps. And I'm going to talk about how my week went. Not all of it, but some of it, okay? I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some of you all laughing by the end of this. Oh, yay. I'm glad you watched it. Hey, Nicole. All right, y'all. So I have this, the base of our colors. Y'all know what we do for weekly recaps. Oh, good, Tarshell. Rest is good. We got to do that. We got to find time for ourselves, because often we will find every excuse not to rest. So that's awesome. Girl, I laughed so hard when you was able to open that box because you was playing too many games with those taxes. So I'm glad you got those done and out of the way. All right. So I see a couple of wins coming through. I see 8 of you all on here. I know y'all got some wins. So let's see what those wins are for the week as I am pulling out the pens that I want to use. They're all in front of me, but I want to just have them where I can find them. All right, so we're going to be able to look at one of my lists, my 19 in 2019. I'll be able to check some things off, y'all. I did 2 things today. And that will be what we talk about today, y'all. Like, man, all I'm going to say is I had a little tears in my eyes at one point of today. I'm fine, though. I'm fine. But I wasn't fine at that moment, okay? Let's see. These are my Tri-Roller Plus. Might write with these. All right, let's see. It is, you know, I can't do the boxes right now because, girl, it's just not in my budget. I can't do them monthly, but I have been living vicariously through you all. That box is really cute, but I did get my patents. I was able to order my patents this month. And I'm pretty much done. No, you don't have to roll up on nobody. Y'all ain't got to roll. Nobody did anything to me. I did it all to myself. I'm gonna have y'all rolling and laughing in a minute. So yeah, y'all don't have to do no drive-bys. Hey everybody. Let's get organized. I'll show you how to do a journal entry on a line sheet after I do this one. Y'all, she asked me the other day, like, to kind of show how to journal on a line sheet, because I don't really journal on line sheets all the time, but I did want to show her how to do a journal page on lined paper. So what I'll do after I finish this particular setup, I will show you, we'll do this and consider this like a line type of journal, and I'll show you some things that you can do on your line pages. So we'll do that. I knew exactly what you were talking about. Okay, so that's your win. Cool, cool. But yeah, Tarshell, that box is cute, but my thing was to go to the girls getaway, so that's what I'm paying off right now, and then I wanted some more patents. So that's what I've been doing with Gold Mine and Cocoa. And then I got a couple of things with also Paper Co. And I think I'm pretty much done. The only other thing I want is pen related, so it has nothing to do with anybody else's shop. Oh, Scribbles by KP. I always have to get my pens. And then, you know, I go back on my hiatus of buying nothing else. So that is that. All right, y'all. So let's go check off some wins. Before we even do this page, let's go check off some wins. We know we have 19 things by 2019. If you are new to my channel, you will occasionally see me pull my journal off screen just so I don't turn to a page that you would probably try to pause and read, okay? Y'all can't see all part of my life. I share what I do, and I leave the rest out that does not need to. All right, so we checked 2 things off, y'all. I tried some Ethiopian food. Tasty. Like it a lot. So that was cool. And y'all, I bought my bras, okay? This is going to be the highlight of this live. So if you're a little uncomfortable with people talking about certain things, this might not be the live for you. I'm not going to be too graphic, but we are going to talk about this bra shopping experience, okay? That's what we're going to do. But first, we're going to write the months that these 2 items occurred that I checked off. And so that's April. So we got 2 things done in April. And one of those things done in April almost made me cry, okay? Almost made me cry. All right. So April. And April. All right, so I was really productive this whole week. Hopefully you all were productive. I got a lot of things accomplished. Spring cleaning, donated some things to Goodwill because I didn't make it to donate it to the battered women's shelter. So donated it to Goodwill because stuff had to go. Had to get out of my house. Got some stuff cleaned up in the craft room. Feeling good about myself. So we have been talking about this, me needing bras, because I got to get back to working out consistently. And I don't need the girls knocking me in my forehead, okay? That's what we said. So I'm like, yes, y'all, I'm excited. I'm going to get my bras. All right, so I go to my investment job. If you are new to my channel, when you hear me talk about investment job, that's my part-time job that feeds over into Journal, Jot, and Jive. All right, 3 J's. Remember 3 J's, okay? Oh, I love having new bras too, okay? Love having new bras, love having them. But on this here day, oh man, hold on, y'all. Let me get this last little line over here. All right, so I go to my investment job and I say, okay, I'm gonna do this from this time, and around 12 o'clock, I'm gonna go ahead and get my bras, and then I'm gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna go pick me up some lunch. I'm gonna try this Ethiopian restaurant because I've been talking about Ethiopian food for about a month now. So it's time to just put things into action. So I head on over to Pretty Please. Y'all, I don't get any money based off of saying the name of this store. I don't, okay? Pretty Please is a place in Georgia. They specialize in custom bra fittings, and they actually cater to people with breast cancer. So I actually love that shop. Breast cancer is near and dear. I lost a cousin to it, so I go to that shop. I've been going to that shop for years. So here's the thing about this shop. It's so old school. They keep your stuff on file. When I say on file, they use a note card. They ain't putting this in no computer. They writing your stuff on a note card. All measurements. Keep that in mind. Measurements, right? So I have myself, oh, matter of fact, I'm sorry. The doors are locked. You have to knock on the door to get in, okay? This is how this place is. So I'm happy. I'm getting out the car. I'm like, yes, bra day. I already know I'm going to spend about a bill, $100. So I already know this. Cool. So I go in and somebody else is getting fitted. So the lady's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You have to wait. No, I'm cool. It's fine. I scroll on my phone. You know, just taking in the scenery. I go walk around and look at some bras because, you know, I feel like, yeah, I'm going to get this and that and that. Wait on it. Okay. So she finally gets my card and she calls me back. And so she was like, oh, I'll give you a moment to, you know, get ready. Girl, I ain't shy, honey. You can come in here. I took my shirt off because you get fitted for your bra. So she's like, okay, hold your girls up. Okay, whatever. Takes your measurements. Cool. So here's a little thing about me, y'all. I have a baby back. Just pay attention to that. A baby back. I have like a baby wrist. No matter where my weight is, I always have had a small wrist and I've had a small back. When I say I have a small back, my back size is a 32. Okay, 32, 34 is usually my band size. Keep that in mind. Hope y'all got the whole story. Stay with me. So she's like, okay. And so she's like, well, hold your arms up. This is where she now starts measuring the cup size. So she's okay, I'll be right back. So she goes and she brings in a variety. So I'm like, okay, well, I need a regular bra and I want to look at some sports bras because, I got to get back to working out because I didn't, gain some weight. I now have a hot dog bun on my side and, just some little pockets in my back that I really don't like right now. So, she goes and she comes in. And so I try on the bra. Mind you, I still have not asked what my cup size is. All right. So she brings us some bra. Oh, that's cute. I'm like, oh, that's cute. So we try on some stuff. Still have not asked my cup size. So I'm like, that wire hurts. I don't like that. Blah, blah, blah. What's this brand? Okay, well, I'm used to wearing this brand. So I say the name of the brand. Y'all say it all wrong. And so she says it another way, basically, to tell me that I said it wrong. Whatever, honey. So she goes and she looks. And I was like, but wait, did you go look on the sales rack, though, first? And so she says, well, yeah, we may have like 1 or 2 in your size on the sale rack. Again, still haven't asked my cup size. I said, okay. So she was like, give me a second. So she comes back in, y'all. And so I try another one on. And I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. And I say, so what size am I? We gonna see, y'all. So we get to A, B, C, D, E. E. We're going to go on past that. F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H. We're going to go on past H. Good old skip over I. And we're going to stop at J. I said, you said what size again? And she was like, J, girl. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Who? Y'all. I kept it together in there. I said, okay. All right. In my head, I'm like, first of all, you got a baby back. I hope don't nobody got nobody named Aunt Bertha, but you got a baby back with Aunt Bertha boobs in the cup size. Now, mind you, I'm thankful, y'all. I'm healthy. I have healthy boobs. So I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because I know there are some people that would be like, well, at least you have good health. Amen. I'm thankful. How else and ever? Y'all, did y'all not hear the J? So me and my sister are laughing. And what's the name of this channel? Journal, Jot, and Jive. Ain't nobody say I wanted to be 4J. Ain't nobody say I wanted to be 4J. I love Journal, Jot, and Jive. But ain't nobody trying to be 4J, okay? So, she goes and she's like, well, this is all that we really have because, your back is kind of small and we don't really care. Like, so they have J's all day long. But typically, the average person, like, back is like a 36 and up. They're not 32, y'all. Like, 32 and J, that just don't even really go together. So I was like, all right. So I ended up picking 2 bras. Again, still holding it all together. Y'all get in that car. My eyes started welling. I was like, hold on, girl, you too hard for this. Wait a minute, calm down, calm down. I mean, the tears didn't drop, but the mugs, you know how like when your tears well in your eyes and you kind of cloudy and you can't see. I sat in that parking lot for a little bit. And I just sat there and I said, this is stupid. But let me tell you how bad it was. I had to leave out the store with a new bra because, the other bra I had on, my boobs was basically to my kneecaps, just all out of order. I was like, ma'am. And normally I don't walk out like that because, you watch about, but y'all. This girl is in a J with a baby back. So that leads me to what has to happen. Y'all know how I've been doing these fitness spreads and I've been working out a little here and there. So let me go back and give you another guideline. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for these particular stickers. So this is how my size normally is. Oh, I hope that y'all are laughing. Let's take the comedy with me. I can laugh at myself, y'all. So don't feel bad for me, okay? Because I did this to myself. All right. So I said, all right. So we know what we need to do. We need to work out. So let me take you back to where I used to be. And this is life. We go through transitions. We go through stages. But you have to be honest with yourself. So I've always been busty, even as a young girl. Like in high school, So here's the story with boobs, right? When I was younger, I was super, super flat chested. So, you know, when you're a preteen and everybody seems like they're getting boobs and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any boobs. Well, yeah, I used to pray. And I'll never forget, my mom was like, be careful for what you pray for. And I was like, I know. But yeah, I used to like pray, like journal, pray, like, dear Lord, I want some boobs. Like, dear Lord, I want some boobs. But I wasn't really specific and I wasn't really direct in that prayer, right? So I've always been busty. So when I gained my weight, I went and got fitted. And, you know, let's go through the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F. The first time I got a high letter was like a G. I freaked out then. Then I got to a double H. So double H was like, y'all heard it, double H. Yes, I said a double H. A double H. So I'm like, okay, clearly I thought when I went back in that camp today, it was just going to be revisiting the double H. Y'all, my body said, lies you tell. So I said, okay. As my tears was welling in my eyes, I'm going to just say it was sweat and a little pollen got in my eyes. And I was sitting in this car and I was like, girl, like, what are we doing right now? So I sat in that car and I said, okay, so you know what to do. Not only do I know how to meal plan, meal prep, like all of this stuff. I know what to do. It's just like you got to do it. So again, we talk about prayers. Lord, I need the motivation. Somehow get me to where I'm going to want to work out. Guess the Lord said, hold my mule. Because he sure said, listen here, baby back. Either you're going to work out or you're going to have a baby back with big Bertha boobs. So what I'll be doing, y'all, I'm still doing the 7-minute workout, but I will be resuming my RI28 workout and hitting LA Fitness. I can't play with this. I can't play with this. And if you want to know what LA Fitness is, RI28, there is a link in the description. I do get a cut off of it. If you have seen my before and after pictures, you know that it works. So I'll be, you know, returning to what works. And I'm going to stop playing games because if I don't, Bertha going to keep growing. And we can't do that. We just can't. And this is just my experience, okay? So this is no shade to anybody that might be sitting in the same boat and you're comfortable. I ain't comfortable, okay? So I just have to live in my truth. And, yeah. So that's my bra story, y'all. Yeah, I'm walking around with big Bertha boobs. So when I say the workout will be real and y'all will be on this journey with me, you will see my weight loss drop. So when you pray for things, oh, thank you. When you pray for things or you talk to a higher being, I don't know your religion. I don't get into that on here. What you believe in is what you believe in. But when you talk to whoever you talk to, make sure you're really descriptive in the things that you want, okay? So now I know that I want to lose weight in a healthy manner. And I want Bertha to go down to Brandy. That's what we're going to call the smaller boobs, okay? Bertha needs to turn into Brandy, okay? So when I lose weight, my boobs go down. So my weight basically goes to my midsection and my boobs. Now, I did gain a little butt. So here's the thing. I'm cool with the butt, but I need to shape that. However, when I lose weight, everything goes. So, yeah, y'all. I at least checked off one of the things on my 19 things by 2019, but ain't nobody say I wanted to check it off with a baby back and Bertha boobs. So that was my win. I did get my bra. So I'm going to be thankful for that. I was afforded, you know, the finances to be able to get that. So let me find, you know, you got to find the good in the situations. My boobs are no longer to my kneecaps. You know, they're sitting upright and nice. So I'm thankful for that too. Yeah. Yep. So that was part of my week. That was part of my week. So yeah, hopefully y'all had some creative, and you got to find some laughter out of all your situations, y'all, even when it's uncomfortable. That, I guess that's the moral of this live tonight. Even when you're uncomfortable, Find some humor out of the situations if you're able to. Oh, thank you. Yes, lifted and gifted when you get a new bra. And this is how you know you forgot how good a new bra feels. Because I'm like, oh, this wire hurts. And no, it ain't that it hurt. It's that it's actually working. The other one probably was like, girl, we can't hold you no more. What are you doing? And I think it just broke down. So, yeah. So I also, this week, so here's another truth. I like to live in my truth. I like, we always talk about the good moments and the great moments, but I do like to be transparent so y'all can kind of see how I am. When I gain weight, I do not like going out. I'm just not 100% comfortable in my skin, and I get it. You got to learn how to be comfortable with where you are, but that's not my truth, and I don't believe that. I think you have to be true with where you are. Now, that doesn't say don't live because you're not happy with where you are, but if you see what you don't like, you have to be open and willing to change it. That goes to our bowl. Be brave and admit that you put on the weight. Talking to myself, be open and know that you have to change what you're doing. What is the other? Logistical. Come up with a plan and stick with that plan and do that plan for real, right? And stop playing with the plan, because if you don't do your task, you're going to be in the same situation. And then be decisive. Decide that I'm tired of being where I am. So that was that lesson as far as being bold. So I don't really like going out a lot of places right now. My clothes don't fit. And I had to get over that. I did have to say, okay, while you're losing weight, you're still going to have to buy clothes where you are and be okay with it. So I did pick up a couple of items, but I'm not picking up a lot of items because I'm not trying to be okay. I'm just being okay with it. So I did pick up some stuff. So I had a friend who, her and her family, they were on wife swap. And so they had a viewing party. And I literally was trying to talk myself out of going to the viewing party. So I had a long self-conversation like, girl, are you going or you not? Like, are we going or we not? So I took a nap. Then I started trying on clothes. Lord, y'all, I can't fit nothing. Like, I can't fit nothing for real. So I said, I ain't going. And then I'm like, that's not fair. Stop not doing stuff because you're not 100% comfortable. And so what you also have to realize is this particular friend, we worked out together. Like, and I don't care like what I look like. It's not that. But when you have worked out for so long and you're used to looking a certain way and then you put the weight back on, you're just very uncomfortable because in reality, you're just going to be around a lot of fit people. But I am so happy that I went because it actually motivated me because I do miss the fitness factor. So I went and I actually had a good time. So, I was adulting on a Thursday. I don't really go out, y'all, so I was sleepy. But that was what I did last night. So, yeah, this week has been really, really productive. So, yeah, I had great moments, good moments, and not so good moments. So that is how a journal would technically read, y'all. Like, if you really tell about all aspects in your journal, that is what would happen. So what was this week, y'all? The 8th through the 14th, I believe. Let me pull this calendar up. So we're going to say that's April 8th through April 14th. All right. And so on this, remember, this is a weekly recap. While I'm running my mouth, if you are new and you don't know what a weekly recap page is, it's a page we place in our journal to discuss all aspects of our week. What did not work, what needs adjusting, and what worked, okay? And so when you break that down, you're going to break it down where you're talking about each part of your life. So if it's family, work, finance, health, you want to do that. Now, this doesn't have to be your whole journal page. This can actually serve as like a bullet point. And then if you want to flip a couple of pages and write even more about your whole week, then that's fine. But this is just something that will be a measurement tool. So at the end of each month, you can literally go back each week and say, okay, what really worked? What didn't? Did I keep repeating things that did not work? And then you know how to adjust for the upcoming month. So again, it's a measurement tool. And so I change the way mine's look every week. I could keep it basic like that, but I'm going to add some more stuff. And then I always do a little box or some kind of shape at the bottom that says next week. And you just set a small goal that you want to do, okay? So like, for example, next week, I need a pedicure so I can stop walking around looking like Fred Flintstone, okay? So that's what I'll be doing next week. That's another truth with me. When I go into like a funk about my weight, sometimes I just don't care. And I'm like, girl, it's springtime. Like, you can't be kicking and dusting flowers. So I need to get a pedicure. That's going to be self-care, even though that costs money. And we know that self-care is not all about buying buying things. That pedicure needs to be done, okay? Because I'm around here acting like Myra off of Martin. So we're going to do this next week. And I'm going to take a little gray highlighter and put that right there. And so that'll be next week. You can either do bullet points or you can write a little message of what you want to accomplish. If you can fit 2 or 3 things in, that's fine as well. All right, so we're going to do next week. And next week will be the 15th through, let's see. Next week will be the 15th through the 21st. All right, through the 21st. Okay, so the other day, I can't remember who asked me about what I use. And I didn't do the video yesterday. So let me explain really quick what I use for journal moments. So, and I may still go and do an actual video to show you journal things. Oh, and I got my Fitbit. Thank you. I forgot. Yeah, got that. Yep, I did. So that came in too. So, you know, I guess this was preparing me. Like, I ordered the Fitbit. It got here first. And then the bra visit said, so you going to get fit or not? Okay. So, yeah, I am. So that's going to be next week. So the things that I use in my journal, I'm going to show you what I mainly use in the journal. That's not everything that I use in my journal. I use the scribbles that matter right now. Again, I told you I'm still feeling funny about this paper. Like, again, it's thick enough. It's not that. It's just it feels different than the very first one I have. But right now, scribbles that matter. That's the journal. It's a dot grid journal. Then the pen, you have a Pilot fine liner. This is a marker-based pen. I also use a gel pen consistently in here, which is Pentel Inner Gel. It's a 07, which is a medium point. You will always see me use some form of a mild liner in my planner. That's a highlighter, but it's a little more subtle. It's not as bright as your Vivid highlighters. So that's why they call them mild liners. I also will use, when I'm putting cardstock down, I'm going to have a tape runner, Crafter tape. And you can get whatever brand that you're okay with. So you'll always see this with me. I'll have an X-Acto knife. Which can be kind of sharp. So if you're like not really good with not cutting stuff, I don't recommend these. But this is an X-Acto knife. I have a ruler, but y'all don't really see me use a ruler so much on here. But if I need to, I have a small ruler. And that's my main go-tos. Now, these come in different colors. You'll also see me use pens that come in different colors, but these are definitely my main go-tos as far as using a journal. And in the description, you should see most of these items listed. If you click on that, I do get an affiliate, it's affiliate link, so I do get a small percentage if you purchase from that link, and it also helps me to continue to bring content to you, okay? So that is that. So these are my main things. So I hope that answers. I cannot remember who asked the question. That's that. All right, so this is going to be my weekly recap. I think I'm going to leave this space free like this so I can kind of go in and doodle as I go along and do the recap. I do my recaps actually on Sunday. I set the page up on Friday, so I have no excuse to why I cannot journal, okay? So that just keeps me from avoidance. So that's why I set that. So we're going to move this to the side. And I promised to show what it's like to journal on lines, okay? So this is the Happy Planner. I don't know what this is called, y'all. This was gifted to me, but we're just going to say the half letter book. So these have lines on it. So I'm just going to show you how you can use your lines. The only difference between a line journal and the dot grid is the dot grid is super light. Your lines are going to be bolder. So you can still treat it the same way. So let's say we're doing a weekly recap page. I may take, so we're going to still use our colors, okay? You can still put a border around this. Now, if you have washi tape and you're like, I'm not feeling this blue right now, that's fine. You can put washi tape to cover that up. Doesn't bother me right now. I would still do some kind of lines around the side just to add my own flair to the page. So whatever you do, don't let the lines intimidate you. Almost kind of let the lines disappear in your mind and still be as creative as you want to on your page. So I'm just adding a little border. And because this is right here already, hold on, y'all need to, I'm going to pull these pages out only because I have a memo pad right there and I'm hitting against it. All right. So we're going to treat it like it's still a whole page. Because I have this right here, I'm going to allow this to be a part of my design. And I'm just going to go and put weekly recap in the top part of this. Now with that today, I would actually cover that up with something. So let me see. Hold on, y'all. So I'm going to pull out a sticker book and see is there anything I can use to cover today up out of here. And I don't think it's going to be anything in this particular book. Hold on before I say that. So I will cover the today up. Actually, I can. All right. So again, don't let the lines intimidate you. Let your creativity flow on top of the lines. You can use sticker boxes. You see how I'm doing this sticker box? This was out of one of the books. Ooh, that ain't go down straight though. Oh, but I'm gonna just roll with it. Okay, so we covered up the grateful. So this is the weekly recap. We can go in this part right here and we could put the date, but we also want to still stick with our color scheme. Hey, Pine. And kind of give something where you know that this is a weekly recap page. I just like seeing those colors because even if I didn't write weekly recap, I know that these are the colors that go with weekly recap. Your red, yellow, and green. You can have your own codes for colors if you want to switch it. That's fine. And then I'm going to put this. And then I'll go in here and I'm going to put week of. And so this is the week again of. We're just going to put the date, which would be April. And then that's the 8th through the 14th. And again, I just add a little detailing here and there. All right, so we already started getting the base of a page together. So you can also go in, again, if you want to add a little more color to your edges to make the page pop. Hold on, this little thing. Line up. So I do little stuff like this. Sometimes I like to code my stuff to the side. So we know that green is what worked. That ain't worked. Taking the wrong top off. Hold on. We know yellow is adjusting. And then we know red, even though this is not a true red, this is the best that I can work with as far as the mild liners. We know red is what did not work, right? So I can now go in and I can write those words down. So if you didn't want to write the whole thing, what did not work, you can write nope, adjust, yes, if you just write that. Or if you purchase the stickers from my shop, let's see, do I have some in this one that I can use? Pause for the cause. It's right here. I just saw it. Yeah, this thing was just in my face. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. I just hide it. Did I move it with a book? Oh, here it is. All right. So if you didn't want to write anything and you bought these sheets right here, you can color code, but I'm still going to write everything, but I'm just going to show you what you could do with some of the stickers. You could take this smaller red one and put it right here. And so if you said, okay, I don't have a lot of room, I want more room to write, then you know red means no, did not work. You know, yellow means what needs adjusting. And then, you know, green was like, hey, this thing is working. We're going to keep rolling with it. All right. And so what happens when you have lined paper? I'm just assuming that a lot of y'all run from lined paper because it's like, well, the lines are in the way. If you feel like the lines are in the way, you're going to take something bolder to make things stick out more. And then the lines will kind of seem like they're fading away. So for example, we would say what didn't work. I would draw more of a bold line on top of the line you already have present. And then I would go over the other line. Uh-oh, that's a little crooked. All right, and so you see how that actually made it a little bit bolder. If you want it to be bolder than that, you're just gonna go and kind of draw a little rectangle. And if you need a ruler, that's fine. I'm not doing this for perfection. I'm doing this more because you want to get out what's in your mind, okay? So that's drawing this little line. And then you can do the same thing with the line on the bottom. And then you can go inside of that and you're going to write the question. You can either still use a black pen, or if you still want more of a creative flair, you can go in with a red pen and you can write the word what did not work. I mean the phrase, I'm sorry, the word what. You can do didn't, did not, however you want to write it. I need to do didn't because I'm running out of space. So didn't work. All right, and let's just say you say, okay, I want this line to look a little bit different than that up here. I would do something like some little hash marks. And then I would take the hash marks. Now I'm going to make this a little bit wider just because I need to write in between that. And I'm only going to write one word in between here. I'm just going to write adjust. All right. And then what I would do is I would take that yellow and go in between these lines. Again, all you're doing is making your pages pop. Your pages typically pop when you add color or you make your lines a little bit bolder with the black pen. And so I'm just going in between this with this yellow. All right. All right, and then we have that last line. You can either repeat that or you can do something different. It's totally up to you. I would probably do something like a little arrow pointing like go, since we know that this worked. And then I would put what worked. All right, I would put what worked, and then I would take something right here and I would probably make it a little bit of a double line. And then I would find a green pen. And I would just go in between that just so some more green could pop around it. And so that's that side, right? And then remember we have over here, because you could treat this again as a bullet point measurement. And then when it's time to write, if you need to write a longer journal entry, then you flip over to another page. And let's just say for what didn't work, you need a whole page. You can kind of do the outline with the red. You know, that's what didn't work without even writing what didn't work. And then kind of do your journal moment. Your yellow page, you could just put yellow around the outside and write that. And then that way, you know, it all goes together with that journal entry. So then we go over here. And we know at some point we want to kind of write what is our goal going to be for next week. Utilize your sticker books y'all have, right? Stop hoarding these sticker books. Do something with them. You can take this little typewriter. And so I'm going to pull out my gray highlighter, which I know is my favorite highlighter ever. It should be running dry at some point. And this is one of my favorite things to do. It's not a neat thing. Like, it's not being neat, but I just really do this scribble little thing. And then I place something on top of it. All right. So I'm going to place this little typewriter right here. And again, that's from the journaling book as well. If you know how to write small, fine. If you do not, you can write gold right there. If I have my fine point pen, I do. I'm going to write the word goal, hopefully really skinny. Hold on. All right. All right, so I'm writing goal. And that's going to be for next week. And I'm going to just write the word next week right here. Oh, you got you a 5-pack? I think you'll like the outliners. Thank you, Anika. And so this is going to be next week. And then we can put the date in there too, just like we did in the other one. And we said that's going to be the 15th through, they do April. And we said that's going to be the 15th through the 21st. If you want to separate this out so it's not a part of this right here, I'm just going to add a little squiggly line. And then I'm going to just separate it. And then I'll pop it back into the half book just so you can kind of see how that looks. And so you pretty much treat your line journal the same. This pen right here is the Pilot Fine Liner. Yes, girl, you journal about them supplies you get. I'd be excited too. Like, ooh, I bought something. See, and that's the cool part about journal moments. Something like that that just made you smile or do something. It didn't have to seem so serious and so deep. Like, those are happy moments, the great moments, the good moments, and the not so good moments. All right, and so we're going to pop this back in here. And so this is how you journal on line paper, y'all. Don't run away from line journals. Don't think you have to go out and buy a dot grid. A dot grid journal is simply like one of my choice of using. I just like it. I do line journals too. I'll journal in anything. But this is just a way to show you how you can journal on lines, and just know that you don't have to have no dot grid journal, y'all. I mean, again, that's just preference for me. My goal is for y'all to get what you're feeling out on paper. So this is how that works. If you enjoyed this little part, let me know. I need a little feedback. Throw some hearts in here, a pen in there, whatever in the comment section. That allows me to know that you're really engaged with this live and you're actually gaining something from it. And so again, I'm just adding little things that I would do. So this is things that I would normally do just sitting in the bed. It doesn't take a lot. When you don't overthink it, things will work a little bit better, okay? When you start overthinking it, that's when you kind of get like, oh, I don't like journaling. Journaling is stupid. No, it's not, y'all. We just be in our own way sometimes. All right? So that's that. And so again, if by chance you went out and you bought this half notebook because you just had to have it, and you're like, what in the heck am I going to do with this half notebook? If you are new to journaling, this would be a good start. So if you have this book and you're doing absolutely nothing with it, if you have not started a journal, I would even recommend trying something like this. You can be so creative with this, and it's not, to me, overwhelming because it's not that big, okay? So this is a way that you can journal. All right, so that is an example of how to journal on line paper. Of course, you can always throw a sticker doll like we did those, but if you have like a lady doll or a sticker doll, you can put it on there. You can doodle on line paper. You can do whatever you want on line paper. And then I always typically at some point somewhere during the week will write your heart out on a page somewhere in my journal. I don't care what it is. I'll write that somewhere. So that is how you utilize line paper, y'all. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to go over? Yeah. Let's see. So, and I'll show you the difference between the two. This is a real streamlined page where I didn't put a lot. And then this is a regular page. Let's see. Hold on, Pine. I got one. Let's see. All right. So since I'm not going to use this, and this is more of a sample, I'm going to stamp the inside of this. And the stamp that I had says proceed as if success is inevitable. We're going to stamp this, and we're going to stamp it with, don't know what color. Yeah, because normally, you know, that blew out, but I had to go through with the washi. I just had to figure out how to work that in, Tarshell. Because I didn't feel like washing nothing up. All right. So I think I want to try. You want to do the turquoise? Let's do the turquoise. All right, y'all. So this is my stamping project for today. Heh. Be with me. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. So yeah, whatever y'all have sitting around the house, use y'all stuff. Like if you're buying these stickers, if you're buying stamps up, if you're buying watercolor and paint, use what you have. All right. This doesn't mean that this is going to be stamped correctly, okay? Just letting y'all know that. All right. Come on through. All right. It worked. And so what I would do, that's not dry right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. But I would go in with some of these colors and kind of go around it, or either add some little flowers or something around it just because I'm extra like that. That's what I would do with that. If you wanted to do something extra with this line right here, you could go in with some little dots. So these are, again, these are little things that you do to make your journal page pop. What you talking about, your journal? Okay, so I'm just going in and putting dots. It's kind of like every other side. So that's right there. And I'm going to just take this down here. Oh, I know. Do you? I mean, well, you got a YouTube channel. But I don't know if you have that option to put it in the community post, because I don't know how that works. Okay, and then I would just go with some little lines. And that's how you make pages pop. And so again, since this is a sample page, if I were filling this in and I said, okay, I want to use this as bullet points for me to write about whatever I need to do, okay? So what actually worked was buying bras, okay? That worked. What didn't work was my new bra size, okay? That didn't work. That didn't work for my mental. What needs adjusting? My hot dog bun rolls in my back. All right, so we just adding a little humor to that, okay? So this would be something that I wrote, and then it's like when it's time for me to do my journal entry, then I would write about this whole experience. So I'm the type where with this, I will go, because I like doodling in my journals. I haven't really showed y'all that because I'm not necessarily good at doodling, but I'll go find a picture that says how to draw, for example, a bra. So I'm going to find a picture that says how to draw a bra, and I'm going to draw it. And then I'll write my journal entry around it. So I also like creating journal pages where there is a picture that I doodled and then I write around it. So like, even if you wanted to, trying to think. So like, let's just say you're doing something for work. You could draw a computer screen on your page and then journal about it. Just adding your own little flair to your journal pages. That's what I actually like doing when I journal. So that's what makes my pages come to life. If I can't doodle that day, I go find a sticker that works, or I just simply write and I just change how my fonts look on the paper. I also look at fonts on computers. If you want to change how your handwriting looks or you want a different style, look at, good night, Anika. Thanks for stopping in. Look on your computer, the different fonts, blow them up big enough, print them out, and you can practice doing that. So those are different ways that you could do things. So yeah, y'all, I think how long have we been on here? We've been on here almost an hour, so there are 10 minutes left. Are there any other questions in reference to journaling? Trying to think if I have any other announcements or anything to make. Yeah, I don't think I have any other super major announcements. Of course, Mondays are Motivation Mondays. That's when we go live on this channel as well, and we talk about the things we want to accomplish for the week, and we find a motivational quote. I will show y'all that page. Hold on, y'all, let me find it, and then I'll bring it on screen. All right, so this was our motivational page for this week. Hey, Joy. This was our motivational page for this week. We said I can, that was the base of our page, and then we said and I will, and these were the 3 things that I wanted to do this week. So I checked off. The only thing I have to do is complete the journal prompts for the May release, which will come out on the 28th if you need to write that in your planner. So if you're doing the friendship prompts, it makes sense to what I'm talking about. I have started a thing where every month I will release journal prompts for the month. They're guided prompts, basically giving you detailed questions, and you go at your own pace, and you pay $5 for the prompt. And then if you to add into the Facebook group, you get added to the Facebook group. So that is one of my things I need to complete. And so then we had a mood tracker on the right hand side, or wherever side you put it on your paper. And so I went in and I filled in. So for the most part, I've had a really good week. I only had some meh moments, of course, today with that whole shopping experience. And then Thursday, I had a little mood. But overall, this week has been really good. So I'm very thankful for this week. And so this is how I journal. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all another page. Pause for the calls. Off screen I go. Y'all already saw the 19 things by 2019. Yeah, so there's really not anything else that I can show y'all on screen. Yep, so nope. Oh, well, I did do this layout. Remember we did this on Monday? So I'll be filling in health, wealth, and fitness recap. I did meet my goal of working out 4 times this week. So that was another goal. So that'll be, you know, a good moment to journal about. Yeah, so that'll be what goes on this page. So I do pre-set up pages and I go back and journal in them. So that is that. All right. So again, this is the recap page. You can either bullet point and that's your recap, or you can put small moments and then go and write more about each day. So I'll show you kind of, because I'm going to do a page for each day because this week was fully loaded. So for example, I'm going to do a page for each. So I know that this is the not so good day. I mean, parts of the week. I know that this is the adjusting. And you see it's simple. I ain't adding a whole lot because at this point, this is where I'm going to be writing and be a little more detailed and descriptive. I'm very descriptive in my writing. I like to even go down to the point of what did something look like when I was there? What did the parking lot look like? When I walked in, how did I feel? Those are things that I like to do in my journals. All right. And then we know this is the page of what worked. Now, if you want to go a step further in your journal moments, as you approach the next week, you want to be intentional. But when you're intentional, you want to be intentional with real goals, with real tasks to complete. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, you can go ahead and set up your goal page and kind of write. Like, even though you set up your goals and you may say, so for example, we said I want to do a pedicure. I'm going to start doing some more spring cleaning. That's fine, but write about that process. What do you want to see done? Like for me, like I said, I need to get a pedicure because I've let myself go in that regard. So why did I let myself go? So that might be my journal moment. So the goal is to do this so I can feel like, or this can be accomplished. The goal is to clean out my closets and donate clothes, not only because I can't fit them, but there are other people that could benefit from things that I just have sitting around the house. So that would be the journal moment about my goals, okay? So I'm just going to write the word goals. All right, so that's going to be goals. Oh, that really looks like a V. It really does. However. Yeah, well. All right, let's see if I can kind of. Yeah, that kind of looks like a little V. I'm going to correct that. Give me a second on that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to correct that real quick. All right, so that's goals. So when you make a mistake or a oops in your journal, it's fine. You'll just figure out how to correct stuff as you go. So I'm going to show you how I would correct this. I, by default, like outlining stuff. I just like how it looks when stuff pops off the page. All right, so we see that I messed up with this right here. And so I'm just going to add some little flowers to my letters because I made a mistake somewhere, okay? See how simple that was? You didn't have to throw the whole page away. All right, so you don't have to throw your whole page away. You just build off of your mistake. Kind of like life. You see the mistake, you work on correcting the mistake. All right. So that is just how I fixed that. And then I just go in and I decide what I want on each letter now that I started this. Hey, Mama Bear. All right, and so again, that's how we go in, and then you can add whatever you want. And since I started adding this little whole leaf type theme going, I do have a sticker that I can add on the side, and I'll show y'all in a second what that looks like. And then I'm actually going to go in and add some little colors on here in a second. And so if you wanted to, you can always go on the inside and add an additional color. It's up to you. It's not required. But I'm just add a little bit of green in little different areas. And then I'll go and add a little pop of color as if we created a flower somewhere. And so that's how you correct something where you're like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. And then let's go in and add a little bit more, okay? That's a little purple. That's a dark purple. It doesn't really show that bright. And that is how I would have corrected something I made a mistake on, y'all. Because I don't know what I was trying to do with that L, turning it into a V. So, yep, that is how I do little stuff like that as I go. So, again, that would be that page. If you want that page to pop a little bit more, because goals are, to me, goals are bright, things that you want to focus on. Let it be the center of attention. Then again, highlighters are my friend. Kind of like Frank Red Hot. I put that ish on everything. It's kind of what I do with highlighters, okay? So that is how that page popped. So again, I like coming on Fridays, y'all, so we can create those pages so that you make sure that you're getting your weekly recaps done. And I love coming on Monday so you get that Monday motivation. So those are the things that I do to get a jump start on my journal. So if you don't pick up your journal another day out of those 2 days, you have at least got something out of your mind on paper. All right. So that is that. Thank you, Pine. Yes, we have 19 people on here. If you have stuck with me this long, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. If this is a channel that you think you can learn from, I would love to have you here as we will all grow together. I don't have the answers to everything, but I do share what I can to make sure that people can experience some of the things that I have. All right, so that is that, y'all. So we did quite a bit. We did the weekly recap. We did the base for the pages when it's time to write everything down. We did that, and then we said, what are our goals going to be for next week? And again, if you want to write the date in there, you can, but I'll probably date this on the day that I write on here. So that's that. And then we did a sample of how do you journal on lined paper. And my biggest thing to you all is don't let it overwhelm you. Journal unapologetically. You do not need the latest things to journal. You can journal on a napkin, okay? Your goal is just to get it out. Okay, where did it go though? Oh, there it is. And so your goal is to get things out on paper and write how you feel, and don't overthink it. Number one rule, if you find yourself pausing while you're writing in your journal, close the journal for a second, come back and revisit it when you're willing to be truthful with yourself. If you lie to the journal, you'll lie to anybody else, okay? So your goal is to be as honest with yourself as you can be. All right, y'all. So I am done with y'all. I enjoyed this live. I hope you enjoyed my bra story. And we'll have an update on that bra story after I do RI 28 this month, and then I work out in the gym. Let me tell you that we'll have an update in quarter 3. Quarter 3, I should be down some sizes, okay? And 4J should no longer exist. We should be back to 3J, okay? We should be back to Journal Jot and Jive, not Journal Jot and Jive and Baby Back J. That's what we're not going to do, okay? So y'all have an amazing night.